but not quite able to deny the round win here from GamerS13. And the first round goes to them. They start off strongly, I'd say, on Inferno.
I'm a little bit worried. I may have just had a hiccup. And that may set my next 15 minutes of my life. I may see my future already. But hopefully we'll be all right. As it's been a long time since I've had a hiccup on a broadcast, to be fair. I think the last time must have been like February, I think.
Oh, damn.
And that was because I ate food too quickly beforehand. So, very easy to stop myself having hiccups, and I feel like I'm all right at the moment. I've not had one again. Usually they're pretty quick, you know. So I think we're all good. And Grazhtas, I'll be hoping they'll be all good after this round. But with just the 2 Deagles, a 5.7 for Pound, a scout for JL, it's not looking all too good for them going into the round. GamerS13 are certainly the ones who are in the driving seat to try and pick up a second for themselves.
Yeah, they are indeed. And they are trying to find an opening, but quite frankly, they haven't quite found it just yet. 3 players dedicated towards the safe site, and they're all holding from within the site, so they might get caught off guard here with this aggressiveness coming through onto A now from short. Poo now from shy tries to make some shots happen, is able to find one, but it's his teammate helping out as well. It looks like they might have stopped this push in its tracks, but worst player is trying to open things up a little before the rotates come in, but he's got limited time. They're all going to close in on him. They're going to try and come behind him as well, but the spray is there. The smoke is not allowing them. It has just deteriorated. He might have found an opening, but no kills coming through just yet. Maki's being turned low, but it's he's the one surviving in the end. And 1-1, and Grazhtas just like that, with that force buy, are able to get themselves quickly on a draw. And I believe this game is going to be very neck and neck, Dan. I believe so many of these rounds are going to be, no, I'm going to get this round. No, I'm going to get this round. No, I'm going to get this one. No, it's my turn, kind of thing. And yeah, it's like little kids playing with toys. No, it's mine. And two little brothers fighting, fighting for their toy. But yeah,
I'm totally with you on that one. I think we're going to see some sick clutches coming through here. There's so much individual talent. I think it's eventually just going to come down to whose players are in better form for a lot of these rounds. And right now, Grazhtas, they're able to show that they are still got the form behind them despite losing the pistol. They follow it up with the Deagles, with the scout, and it works out wonderfully for them as they salvage a few rifles as well from it. A few little bits of weaponry. And it's the GamerS side who now sit with just the Deagles, a Mac 10 for worst player and a scout for depression. With Matty just jump spotting towards Banana. He's going to take the peek with a Deagle and will just absolutely obliterate Izuo. And a Molotov as well, just to hold them back. Great work from him.
That's a good opening for him there. It's 4v5 early on, and the superior firepower there from Grazhtas is. The anti-force comes in from GamerS13, but not finding those early frags is a little bit difficult for them to make themselves onto the site. And the fact that they don't have any util left, it's going to be ever so difficult. 33 seconds remaining, and worst player is looking to make an aggressive play. Pre-fires the angle, finds the shot finally. And maybe that's the opening they needed. And we'll have an opening from CET, but they'll push from Banana as well. So many angles to push through. Worst player is trying to find the right shot through, but JL is just closing down on Banana, is able to find one frag, and it's a 3v5 heading onto the site. The rotate's coming from Banana as well, but Matt is able to find 2. JL with all 3, actually. Poon is there to help out. And Grazhtas find the lead. The first team to find the lead while both teams are on the board. And GamerS13 now finally will go for an eco and settle things. Okay, let's reset. Let's get our money together, and let's try and go for some rounds later on. Let's try and get bomb plant now if possible. Let's try and cause damage, but that's all we're going to get for this one.
It makes me laugh, or makes me chuckle a little bit when you say poon, because in England it's a slang for something very naughty, which is why I say pound, just to be sure. But I'm not sure if it is pound or poon. But either way, This round is not going GamerS' way. It is just depression, last alive. He's been able to secure a kill with that salvaged AK. No more will go his way as Pound is left with just a single point of health. But Grazhtas do secure a third.
Yeah, they are managed to get the lead, and Dan, the reason why I say it Poon is because in Greek the Y, the Ypsilon kind of after the O kind of makes an oo sound, so that's probably why I say it like that. I kind of read it like that, but it could well as be Pound instead. I don't know. Correct us if you know in chat, but now got a full buy from both of these teams, and this is a instrumental round for both of these teams. They really want to get this win because this will prove how they stack up against each other when they have weapons all around the table. Now, Inzuo has to fall down early. It's an early advantage here for Grazhtas. Even the 1 minute mark, and some action has already come through, but not much damage after that. But Maddie's going to go aggressive, gets the spray down onto one, Butters assists him in those matters, and worst players is able to find a return, but at this point, still Grazhtas with the man advantage. JL well in control of mid with that AWP. Able to solidify a round of his own, spots out an aggressive move there from GI. Holding it for now. Gets 1 kill, but that's going to be it. Grazhtas with the lead, 4-1. And GamerS, once they get that force buy, once they get the full buy-in, well, that's enough for them. They'll be able to get some Mac 10s on the table with some armor. They're actually gonna go for this. They're gonna go for a little bit of a small buy heading into this. Potentially trying to get bombed down and trying to cheat their way into a win. Let's see how successful they are in doing so.
Yeah, I mean, it's surely not going to be very successful. JL will just obliterate the first player. That's Inzu, definitely dead. I mean, I've just seen it with my own eyes. His corpse is on the floor. He's in the afterlife. As Pound hoping to find shots, but actually, okay. The kill feed is filled with yellow as they push in towards the side. It's a few kills coming through, and Grazhtas left in a 2 versus 3, but with GI very low on HP. Butters taking a bit of damage. GI will eventually get taken down, and Butters is going to start moving his way forward. Has support now from Matty, and together they're going to push forward, but Matty goes down and leaves just a 1v1, and Butters, he is relentless. He is just unstoppable in this game for Grazhtas. All 3 mats, he's been so strong, and he sits with 8 kills already after just 5 or 6 rounds now.
Oh, I think we can give this guy the MVP score already. He's been performing out of his mind map after map, and this has been also a treat to see him perform like this. Look at that. 1 kill over the box, turns over to the smoke. He's able to find that other last kill, and there you go. It's Grazhtas now with a lead, 5-1, and it is another yet fall by here. The lost bonus has stacked in, so they're able to fall by, and with quite a bit of util as well. So we have some room to work with. I'll say that Maki just gets a nade splattered in front of his face. That's gonna hurt. He's probably losing a limb right now. He's still alive, still willing to frag. For some reason, that won't hurt his movement speed whatsoever, because this is CSGO and not real life. But it is yet another fall by, as I previously mentioned. No casualties to start this off. Butters with a cheeky flash, but no one quite there. Has he spotted out the boost, though? Inzuo. Ooh, I don't think he has. He might go for an aggressive push. Flash assistance from Maddie, but that won't really help out. As the kills, one of the kills has already gone over to the side of GamerS, but the rotates are going towards A. Grazhtas are sticking with 2 people onto that site. Aggressiveness coming out. Kvik is the first one to receive it. Flash comes out. He's totally flashed, but G there to return the frags. 3-4. They might have found themselves a site. Yes, they have. The bomb will get planted as well. Maddie through the smoke. Won't be able to find any shots onto him there. It looks like they will be saving and holding onto their weapons for that next round with hopes that they can continue to extend their lead. And I think it's a good idea that they're saving. Their money isn't looking that great. They'll be looking to drop for their teammates as well. But after quite a bit of a lead, looks like GamerS have been able to half reset the economy of Grazhtas. And they'll be happy with that one. That's also surviving with 4 players.
Yeah, that round prior, it does, like, obviously Grazhtas are still able to win the round prior, but with the sort of low econ buy from the GamerS elite side, they were able to pick up quite a few kills, and it was just Butters who survived that round on his own as he clutched it out, but that's left the Grazhtas side with not much money in the bank because it forced a lot of rebuys through for the CT side, and I mean, yeah, that M40 save here is going to be very, very pivotal in this round as JL has the AWP and will have the opening kill, a quick one onto Depression that gives the Grazhtas side a chance at a 6th here, and obviously Inferno, JL, please stop it, I'm going to have to clean myself in a moment because that was filth. This is pigsty filth.
But yeah, that filth looks like it won't stop happening. JL absolutely keeping that mid to his control. He falls back a little bit, gives GamerS some room to work with, but he's got the support of his teammates on the other side of that arch. Now, he's not quite able to find a shot, and a little bit of damage afflicted upon him, and it looks like GamerS Elite are going to give it a go here on that A site. Bomb has been spotted, so the rotates will come in as well. Smoked off by Pound. Vic able to find a quick kill. And right now it is a 2v5. Maddie finds the last one. Mackie left all by himself. He'll get shut down by Maddie as well. And Grazhtas, yeah, they're not going to let GamerS get too many rounds in a row. They're going to be grabbing a 6th. And look at that. JL is just the... Oh, look at... Yeah, JL. Full and utter control of mid with that AWP. Absolutely dangerous. And being on the GamerS side, you have to fear it.
Yeah, especially considering the sort of general map statistics for Inferno. It's actually rather T-sided nowadays, so definitely with Grazhtas picking up quite a lot of rounds early on, things are not looking all too good in the GamerS elite camp. You'd be definitely hoping for the T-side to be coming away with maybe 8 rounds. 7 or 8 rounds at a minimum, I think, on the T-side. And... As in 7 rounds being the minimum, 8 being a bit more comfortable. But right now it's looking very scary in fitting with the Halloween theming of the day. As obviously happy Halloween to everybody. And I'm sure we're all enjoying some great Counter-Strike, and well, blood is very scary. I guess that's one way to bring the Halloween vibes, but a little disappointed we haven't had the spooky ghost chickens in CSGO this year.
Oh no. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I miss those actually, but looks like GamerS Elite, I don't really have a care about that. They want this win, and they've already attempted to push onto that A site with that opening frag, make that 2. GI finds a nice double there. That could be the bomb plant coming through. The rotates, there's a couple coming through Cathedral right now. Smoke will assist the push, but 3 players still remaining defending this bomb. It is a 3-4-3 after all, but Mackie might be able to find a good rotation onto this or try and push up aggressively, but Kvik is able to find that first frag. G-Gold now from Dark, attempting to do the damage. Already 2 kills for him, make that a 3rd. He will try and get the 4th. Yes! Oh, he gets the spray down. He succeeds, but now Pound all by himself. Oh, won't survive the trait. And GamerS are able to find a round finally after all that, and after that they'll want to keep on getting them. What a nice push there from GI.
Individual heroics coming through, and I said we'll have these individuals showing up, winning the rounds out for either side, and we see it there as a pause is going to come through. I believe it's actually a technical pause, so hopefully it's not going to be a long one, and we can get back into the action relatively quickly here. As Grazhtas, they don't have all the cash in the world here. They're not quite cash-tas yet, as they have to expend a lot of their money. That was one of the worst jokes I've ever made on a broadcast, believe me. But JL has himself
bad,
the open armor. Matt, he didn't even realise. That's why I said.
Didn't even realise.
Matty has just a glass cannon up, which means no armor for him as he's positioned towards Banana. He has to fall away as the utility comes raining on in, and you see how much damage that nade does to both him and Butters as JL is posted up with that other up towards the apartments.
Yeah, so a slow attempt here. JL this time opting to hold the angle in apartments rather than mid this time. There's no need to hold the mid actually because no player from Gamers is going to peek that. They're scared for it. They don't want to. They don't want to deal with that shenanigans right now. But there is a player aggressed on Banana, not quite pushing up just yet. They're still easing their way through the map, trying to see where Grazhtas is positioned, trying to see where they're getting these head-to-head trades. And the bomb is back as well. So you can see that there's not any decisiveness on where they want to go. 3 players dedicated towards A, so that's where you know that's their initial attempt, but they've got some time to work with if they want to go for a rotate. Now, Grazhtas must be questioning the positioning of the players. They really don't have any info. Maddie now might be checking out GI or shoot him down for good measure. And little does he know that the bomb is heading towards that B site. And this might be a good read at this point. It's the lower half of this defending side holding that site, but Molly and Smoke will come through, potentially stopping the push in its tracks, but a 1-for-1 trade happens already. Depression finds a second with that AWP. The guy's a madman. They might have found themselves onto the site. Porn out on the rotate 2v2. Vic already has pushed through ruins. And he's looking for these players, but cannot quite find them. Worst player peeks around the pillar. Depression as well. And it looks like Gamers slowly are closing up the gap. They're not really letting Grazhtas run away with this one.
Yeah, this is looking much more promising from Gamers. A lot of, obviously, heroics once again. Depression with that up. Huge frags from him. As it does secure a 4 for the Gamers Elite side. And things starting to look a little bit more lively for them. If they can pick up a few more here, would be absolutely ideal. As Depression picks off JL, having a bit of a hop across mid. And, well, this is just pistols for the Grazhtas side being picked off one by one. Kvik, pull out the... Wait, I'm sure he just had a Zeus. Yes, he does. He's trying to bait him in. I mean... I was sure I'd seen him with the Zeus out. Now he's going to position himself somewhere else, and there we go. Zeus kill comes through, AK in Kvik's hands. I mean, Grazhtas, they're all going to rotate over towards that A site, but Gamers Elite, they'll make their way in towards B, and I think Grazhtas maybe just saves that AK-47. They might send the pistol to try and find something, but more likely it'd be a bit of an early warning system. And actually, however, in a 3-on-3, Grazhtas look like they actually want to try and have a bit of a go at this. We'll see how it works out for them, as none of them have armor, but that is certainly a great shot from Matty. Takes down Idzo and is able to push forward, gets himself a lot of damage onto Worst Player. Can't quite find the shots, though, as he will get taken down, but leaves Worst Player on 22 HP, and Depression spots them boosting up. Obviously, to know where the second player is now, and that is going to be a 5th for Gamers, but damage done. Only 2 players surviving means that Grazhtas keeping the Gamers economy in a low position here.
Yeah, it is. The Zeus kill came in, did damage, and the cry of death came through as well. Now, full buy from both of these teams for yet another time. It's looking a little bit more shaky over to the Grazhtas side, but what a game is this? It is going all the way, it has gone all the way to the 3rd map. We are in it right now, and things are being very close, very neck and neck. Is Depression able to perform with a 3K in that previous round, and it was very amazing to watch. That AWP shot in mid as well was absolutely beautiful, and the 2K to defend the bomb as well. So I think we've got a very talented player on our hands. And, so talented are the rest of these players in this server right now. It is the grand finals after all, and these 2 teams have proven they are the best in their region. They are just looking to solidify the title of the best in Central Eastern Europe. But they can't do it yet, as none of these teams have won it yet. And it's going to be a close fight if they want to do that. Now, Depression still with that very trustworthy AWP. Not looking at the right direction. Worst player will get knocked down easily. Now, Poon will get shot down as well. 3v5, quick. He's holding on the site. Spray comes down, but not quite able to find the shots. And it's GamerS Elite this time that could be equalizing things. As Grazhtas want to save onto the weapons. Those quick frags, one after the other. With just one casualty, I mean that GamerS Elite are looking to tie things up.
Looking a lot better for GamerS Elite. I'm surprised the turnaround they've pulled through here. I mean, definitely able to make something good of this half. Obviously, if they post a 6th here, ooh, if Butters could get away with that AWP, that would be huge. He's going to have players approach him, and he obviously spotted out that player towards the bottom of alt mid that he is going to be wary of. As you can see, he's watching for this angle. But no, it's the unscope! No, Butters, not like this.
Unlucky Button. Oh, he tried. We'll give him the trying effort, but a fair effort, but that will mean his death. GamerS Elite have found the equalizer now. Grazhtas will have to go for a very small buy here. They want to go buy down to approximately the 2k eco mark. It's just an M4 over to the hands of Maddie. He was able to save that down, but worst player already down low, and the aggression is actually working out. Can they find much more? AK picked up, but lost instantly. A victory short-lived, but Maddie from this angle could do some damage. Finds one, not finding the other one. Guy got his Z to return, but Butters with a CZ is looking to damage. Not quite able to find the kill. It's Quick and Poo now in a 2v3. And at this point, they just want to do damage. They know that they're going to buy up with rifles next time, so I'm not sure they'll want to eco this. They want to cause damage. They want to go for it already. Pound with one. It's always watching the right angle. Both players are following up on this. The bomb is ticking, so they want to act fast if they want to actually have a go at this. But no, none of such will happen. GamerS Elite actually find the round. And you've said that T-side needs to be playing better as of recently. And finally, they found the lead.
Yeah, for the first time since the pistol round victory, they are in the lead of this game, and one more round here would be just great. If they could get the next 2, that would be perfect for GamerS Elite and would be a great comeback. And then going towards that CT half with so much momentum as, I mean, Butters in the flames. He's not able to find the shots. JL hoping to make up for it. And make up for it he will. A quick triple from him with the AWP leaves just Depression and GI in a 2-on-3. And JL, he's careful not to overextend the mark there. Doesn't go for too much more. Knows that with the advantage, doesn't need to take the aggression and try and find anything else. He's going to drop his smoke. He's going to rotate over and leave this B site now in the capable hands of Kvik.
And they're just going to try and save onto this. They do have a minute to play with, and they can go for the push. They do have some mutual to work with as well. The time is ticking. They just want to find the right opportunity to do so. Now, Kvik is the sole defender of the site, and it looks like they've pulled the trigger. They want to get that push through. Nade coming through to block their mark. Smoke as well. Kvik will try and rotate as his team retakes as well, but the molly will stop them a little bit, will delay them, and the rotates have come in. The bomb has yet to be planted, and there are a lot of players already holding it. Gee, that's an important shot to get. Already a 2v2 when the bomb will get planted shortly, but the smoke will be dropped at the same time. The pressure behind the smoke means he's playing all by himself. Oh, first shot comes through. He's able to find the second one. No! Pound gets it in the end. And, oh my word, he's able to find the AWP as well, and things are so neck and neck. 7-7 will be the round score after this, and oh, you can't really tell which team is the best right now. And I would imagine if the whole map went like this. 7-7. And Grazhtas are not letting go.
It's going to be an all-out brawl for this final round of the half to try and take the lead for half-time, as looks like they wanted to do a bit of a run boost, perhaps, over towards long. They do break it apart. Kvik only has an MP9 for this round as he's positioned towards A. But plenty of other weaponry for the Grazhtas side. They should be able to give them a reasonable chance this round. Gamers, they have so much cash in their banks that they have been able to get everything they need for this round as they do start their aggression in towards the A site. They're going to take control of top mid. And with nothing going on towards Banana right now, Grazhtas might start to realize and might rotate an extra player over sort of soonish here, or maybe have a bit of a peek down Banana. If they do, this whole jig is going to be up for the Gamers. But we'll see what we'll bring. A minute on the clock, Pound waiting to deploy his flashbang towards long. And as the smoke's utility comes free, we'll deploy it, and it gives him a lineup, but he's only able to find one kill from it. It puts down a couple of other players low that Kvik and JL are able to finish off, and that leaves just Depression and Idzu, a 2 versus 4. Kvik on the other side of the smoke, holding them at bay. And this MP9, I mean, it may be a little gun, but it certainly can do a lot of damage. 30 seconds to play with, and oh, he's going to give himself up, Vic. Idzuo going to be able to get a double entry in towards the site. Matty at least keeps things in the advantage for Grazhtas as that Molotov comes flying in. Matty's left with 15 HP, Depression at 50, and with Butters by his side, Matty and him will try pushing in towards that A site. Depression's already fallen back towards short, and a quick shot on towards Matty brings things very close, and Depression's going to get baited into the peak. A tap on the bomb. He's just playing with his food here, Depression. Doesn't need to take the fights, knows that he can win this one out, because every time he hears the tick of the bomb on the defuse, is he going to peek around and tap him? No, he's not. Grazhtas, they're going to be able to win it out. Butters wins the 1v1. He just holds the defuse, knows that if he lets Depression bait him out any longer, the round is going to slip by his fingers, so he just pulls the trigger, metaphorically that is, and gets the defuse through. Huge work there.
Oh, I have no words to describe that round. That was absolutely beautiful. Both sides of the spectrum, really. Depression nearly got the outplay there. Beautiful shot. Just getting that replay. Amazing stuff, but I think he got a little bit outsmarted there in the end. He knew he couldn't win in the battle, in the one-to-one fight versus Depression, so he just went for the defuse, and the bomb wasn't just planted in the right position for him to hold through. But the tables have turned. See, T-side is now T-side and vice versa. And it's Gamers Elite to find those first frags. Look at that. G-God is able to find one after the other. Depression joins the party as well. And there you have it. Gamers will equalize. And remember what I said at the start of the round, Dan. This is going to be neck and neck. This is going to be round for round. And this has exactly been the case. Every single round, it's a different winner. And none of these teams look like they're gaining any momentum whatsoever. And as you mentioned, it's a complete bloodbath. So you've got that prediction going for you there, Dan.
Hooray. Now let's see if we can get a prediction of Grazhtas picking this one up as well. As, I mean, Gamers, they have all the weaponry they need to try and fend off these unarmored pistols. Grazhtas, little to work with in the way of utility, little to work with in the way of weaponry. It should be a 9th for the Gamers Elite side. If things go wrong here, it's going to go very badly wrong for Gamers. But the initial contact, I mean, a little bit of damage done. Just slowly but surely tagging down these Grazhtas players as they take these little jiggle peeks. He's going to look for a shot, and actually does put Maki down low. 10 HP for him, but still the kill not found, and still it's a 5-on-5. And again, there we go, fine, GI gets a kill. But Depression, off the back of that, he actually takes an aggressive peek, and that leaves his teammate out to dry, as both of them will fall. Butters is left with 1 HP. There's so little HP for the Grazhtas side that GI is just mopping them up one by one. It's just Butters remaining, 1 HP for him, and Idzu should have the kill, and he will. But with only 2 HP for Idzu, and 10 HP for Maki there, I think this could have very badly gone wrong for Gamers.
Yeah, it was a little bit too close for comfort, but Grazhtas were able to get it in the end. No, GamerS Elite were able to get it in the end.
Yes.
Grazhtas now are able to fully buy up, and the buy is matched, really. Not much util for them, though. Still, it is gamers that will be sticking with the SMGs and the FAMAS over to hands of Depression. I don't think they mind that too much. On the CET side, especially with all those nades for that early damage to come through, they definitely have the potential to cause damage and get the kills necessary. Also, there are quite a lot of close distances over on Inferno, so the MP9s could prove to be very deadly from such angles, and it doesn't matter if you're holding an AK or an MP9 in such situations, so they'll be happy to use them over in apps or close B locations, and there isn't much util over to the side of Grazhtas to punish that. There is maybe an HG grenade over a Matty and a molly to JL, but that's it. If those needs are misspent, then it could be deadly over to the side of gamers, but we don't know that just yet. They haven't just gotten into game, but we are going to head in there now. Buy round on this side of the map. GamerS Elite versus Grazhtas to take it through, but JVL is JL to find that first frag through the smoke. And that opens things up a little through mid, meaning that it will be a little bit of a transfer of worst player over to that A site trying to hold, and Inzuro will rotate as well. They're scared for the A site, but Grazhtas hasn't really committed to it just yet. Taking their time, and the fact that Banana smoked off will give them some time to work with as well.
Yeah, Grazhtas, they don't really need to play all too quickly here. They can sit back for a moment and hope that maybe gamers will give themselves up by trying to fish for some intel, fish for a kill perhaps. But right now, all that's happening is GamerS Elite are rotating an extra player towards a B site to bolster up the only one man who's situated over there right now in the form of Mackie. Worst player is rotating over as well to support him. So 40 seconds on the clock. Both of these sites, 2 players. And actually, GamerS Elite, they're putting all their eggs in one basket here as they're rotating everybody towards his B site. And here it is. This is going to be the bloodbath. Kvik on the flank might be the deciding factor in this round. He needs to sort of go quickly as there's only 20 seconds on the clock as his team, they're now starting to push their way in. Matty gets the first kill, and beautifully cleared. It's just an absolute slaughter. Kvik only needs to find one in all of that, as his team just absolutely dominate that B site. GamerS Elite, you can stack all the plays you want over there, but Grazhtas have just flung you around like a ragdoll. Chicken homicide.
Yes. That's exactly what you need in this, just to give you that a little piece of confidence. They're bloodthirsty at this point. Whoever's in front of them. A counter-terrorist, a chicken, doesn't matter. Just whatever's moving, whatever moves, just kill it at this point. And they find themselves in an economical advantage right now. They could just push and burge into this B site, and that looks like it's exactly what they're going to do. And Molly will slow down these efforts for now, but got a lot of util to work with and push through, and it's just pistols to be held over on this B site. But we do know that Inzuro is very dangerous with that deagle, so I wouldn't count him out just yet. Smoked. We'll hold that, potentially have it somewhat like a one-way smoke. A little bit of a lurking action happening from Kvik over to that A site. And he's got a little bit of info for the rotate, but I think it's a little bit of a mistaken info. GamerS Elite playing quite safe on this site and not letting themselves to be known. Their locations are completely uncompromised. Depression's able to find one before Kvik is able to check the corner on site. That's already an early frag here for gamers, but Grazhtas wants to start pushing through. Town is ready to push. It's JL to find that first shot. GI is able to find one, and he's still alive. But scratch that, Maddie's here to join the fray, and that's a lot of kills going over to the side of gamers. But the bomb will finally make its way onto the A site, finally get planted. But it's a little bit too close for comfort. Inzuro and Depression are on the verge of pushing in and getting the kills. But it's Maddie to punish that first one, makes himself low. One shot to hit him through the wall could kill him. But Maddie peeks in time, a beautiful peek, in fact, a wide peek allows them to get that kill on Depression. A little bit too close to comfort. And Nico, that was quite expensive over to the side of Grazhtas.
Oh, mama, that was close. I love what GI did on the site there. In fact, he salvages that AK sneakily and then just he starts shooting bullets off with it, and that just focuses all the Grazhtas' attention towards him and allows his teammate in pit, which I think was worst player to get. I think 1, maybe 2 kills as they're peeking the player on the side. That was great work, great bait that allowed a lot of damage to be inflicted by the GamerS side there on the push in.
Yeah, and now they'll just be buying deagles to get some kills, and Mackie's able to find one early on. Pound to return. JL also finds one of his own. This could be an opening, but the boost comes through. No smoke comes. Oh, depression with the peak actually works out. Gets a beautiful headshot onto Marty. Zero from this location could cause a lot of damage. Will crouch for the time being and be unnoticed. Pound pushing through. Izuo is able to find the kill, but GI now is all by himself with a deagle. We'll try and go for it. He's got nothing to lose, and yet another time GamerS make this very expensive over to the side of Grazhtas. And if they win this one, they'll be low on money, but GI still wants to go for this. He wants to cause damage. He wants to get the kills. He wants to show aggression, and it's shown because he just spammed through the smoke there. But GL holds the right angle with the AWP, and we'll shut him down. 3 casualties over to the side of Grazhtas with that round, but they weren't able to win it in the end.
These are not confident rounds whatsoever for Grazhtas. I mean, the shots that these players are hitting are very nice, and you can see the individual plays coming through for the Grazhtas side, but GamerS are making everything costly here for the Grazhtas side. It's 11-9. But there's just no real economy behind the Grazhtas players. You can see they're expending all of it. Pound with 4.5k, he still needs to buy. The rest of the team, they're at like 1,000 or lower generally. JL is at 1.6. And will be the highest for his team once all the buys come through. But we do have a timeout here. So I think we may just have a technical issue once again. Last one was resolved pretty quickly, so I hope this one is as well. As GamerS Elite, they'll get themselves the full buy through now. So they'll have the 4-4s and AWP, and plenty of chance for them now to actually pick up a round off the back of all these close force buys or min buys that they've had.
Yeah, for sure. And at this point, GamerS Elite need to start coming back. They have been making these rounds very close here for Grazhtas, but not quite able to finish them off and get the round wins. And Grazhtas seem to be getting away from them a bit. I believe they do have a 2-round advantage now, and it's been a while since that has happened. Mostly it has been neck and neck. It still is, by all means. They're not close to winning it just yet. The GamerS Elite just need a little bit of an oomph to close rounds up. And the timeout is off. The pause is done. The issue is resolved, and we're back into this one. Grazhtas with 11, GamerS with 9. And it's catch-up time here for GamerS with this buy round of their own. Stacked up with Util as well, not too shabby. And Grazhtas will try and find their way onto a site. So far playing it slow. They want to make sure they don't get killed off from mid as they try and ease their way up there. But look at this, Izuo. Also, hedged up from Banana. Mackie there to support him. I've seen these types of plays from Grazhtas before, but it's one of the first we see from GamerS. Let's see if this works out. Izuo might be holding the right angle, but Grazhtas is expecting this, but it's Izuo to find the first frag. Mackie also there to return. It's Mackie with the spray down. It's just quick to survive right now over to that A site. And what a spray down there from Mackie. Perfectly positioned together with Izuo. The perfect coordination from them. Yes, Fit gets a kill here. He gets the headshot. 11 HP to his name. But that was absolutely beautiful. A round that they needed, and the round that will most likely get them to the double digits. Kvik now will try and save as the GamerS players look to defend that bomb. And oh my word, Dan, that was just beautiful.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, Kvik, 20 seconds on the clock, 11 HP. Maybe finds a kill here onto worst player. No, quick reflexes will deal the killing blow. It just needed that one bullet to connect. And now GamerS Elite, they'll join Grazhtas in the double digits club for Inferno. And it's just one round separating them as Mackie, 3 kills there down Banana. Great work. And right now, I mean, as I said, the Grazhtas, they have just no economy behind them. It's all faded away from them in those previous rounds with only a couple players surviving. It's down to Mac 10s, a couple of Tech 9s, and it's a rush towards B. And it could be an absolute slaughter fest as the Molotov will burn one. I did notice somebody there with dual Grazhtas, GI, with those in his hands. That's his secondary of choice. I approve of that weapon, but oh, Idzuo, the aggressive peak, not needed. The GamerS had the advantage. They had a 5-on-4. They didn't need to take that peak, and now Idzuo's giving himself up, giving up the 4-on-4, and it's going to be a hit towards his A site coming in very quickly from Grazhtas as they smell blood. They can feel themselves securing this round, putting GamerS back down a peg, but as Vic drops in towards the pit, he's taking the fight against the player there, and Depression and worst player, they're able to secure a few kills between them, but it's still Depression alive in the site. It's only Pound who's left alive, and he eventually will get the kill onto Depression. The Tech 9 works out wonders, and Grazhtas, they've found a lot of damage. It's now just 5 HP for Pound, but he can't get the shot onto GI, who will absolutely rail him in the site. And it's going to be 11-11, but costly round for the GamerS, and they're starting to taste what it was like for Grazhtas in their 5 rounds.
Oh my word! GamerS are back. Look at that. Depression holding down the site just beautifully. He gets treated out in the end, but what a hold with that ult by that guy. Really performing out of his mind. And, definitely proving that he's up there. He's up there. He's one of the greats right now. He's slowly making a name of his own, of himself. But now Grazhtas does have a pistol round. It's going to be difficult if they get the bomb down, and this time they're going to go for an apps approach. They're going to make this quick. Flash comes through. GI holding the right angle. He'll be able to find 2. Spray comes through. He gets the 3rd. GI pulls out the dualies. And looks like he hasn't died since he bought them a couple of rounds ago. Well, he's picked up another pair. But Vic now will try and make the deagle work. Try and get 1 kill at least. Try and make anything out of the situation, because the economy of GamerS could get out of hand soon. Oh, peeks away at the wrong time, and Idzuo gets that one. And after a while, it's GamerS that edge ahead.
Yeah, a very clean round coming through after they just about survived the previous. They get it cleanly through, and you can see quite a bit of cash already starting to build up off those 5 players surviving. It's Grazhtas who will have the full buy to try and respond, but you can see Matty, Kavik, they've not got much utility, and Butters, he's been having a bit of a nightmare on Inferno so far. Only 9 kills for him, and with Matty going down early, an influential player, Kavik will fall shortly after, and GamerS, they have stepping things up on their CT side now. These are huge opening frags. These are just massive.
Oh, yes. Yes, Dan, they haven't. Right now, Grazhtas might be feeling the pressure because GamerS Elite might have found their number. They haven't slowed down for 3 rounds now, I believe, and could become 1 more as Depression tags out JL out of this game. Now, Butters and Poon together with AKs now. It will just rain Poon as he's trying to struggle and stay alive in the fight against existence. 4 players to deal with. He does have the bomb to work with, and if he gets a 1v2 on the site, he could make it possible, but it is going to be difficult. Now, position is compromised. GamerS do know exactly where he is, and they'll rotate towards him. It will edge towards Banana as well, but he tries to make his way towards Arch. Not really going to go for B. He's going to opt for A, but he's not quite able to find the shots onto G. He's holding it from behind. And GamerS edge ahead. 2-round differential, and it's been a while since we've seen a score like that for GamerS. I believe it was last time a team was edging up on top of the other for 2 rounds. It was Grazhtas. I don't think gamers have had the privilege of being 2 rounds ahead of the other team, but it's their time now, and Grazhtas' economy is down the drain, pretty much non-existent. They're only pistols to be bought this round, and they have to be fearing gamers right now because they are on a roll.
Yeah. For Grazhtas, they'll take the eco, the min buy here, which is perfectly reasonable. Exactly what you should do in this situation, as it is going to be a few Deagle, well, a couple Deagles, a couple Tech 9s. They'll keep around that 1.5, 2K mark. There's lost bonuses building up for them, so there's not too much worry to the cash for Grazhtas, I believe. So if they can inflict a bit of damage here, maybe force a couple rebuys for gamers, I mean, that would help. But certainly at this point, you can see the economy for the gamers side is starting to spiral out of control. Mackie at 8K, a few of his teammates at above 6K. GI is the lowest at 2.5K. So definitely plenty of cash for the gamers side to work with. There's a very brief tech pause there. We'll head ourselves live now, and it is going to be 2 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s, a Glock for JL as they keep a bit of extra cash for that up into the next round. And yeah, they'll allow 14 here for the gamers side and try and fight a few in a row to try and even things up once more.
This is a chance, but they'll probably have to wait for that next round to get a winning blow over gamers. We've seen them come up on top with pistol rounds before, but on Inferno, with 3 players stacking on B site, they've got a difficult task right ahead of them. They'll start throwing the only util they have available, but Molly will stop them in its tracks. There's some damage coming through as well, but I think JL has managed to break through. He's pushing up on CT already, but Gigot is able to find that 1 kill. Sergey from Idzuo is able to hold the ground, get some information from above. Oh, GI with a dirty pick. A dirty peek and a kill. And his worst player over to the other side of the map gets a kill of his own. Kvik is the final player to die here over to the side of Grazhtas, and it's a clean round from gamers, and it's a clean round they needed. Their economy is only getting better right now, and they are looking strong right now. Building such an economy on Inferno is so important, and if they can keep this going, then I don't see why they can't win this. 2 more rounds left for them to win this, and Grazhtas, I believe, have their final chance to come back right now.
These double orcs, depression, Mackie running rampant for gamers right now on the CT side, as it is a full buy for the Grazhtas side and possibly the final chance they'll have to bring themselves closer to this gamers scoreline. Otherwise, it will be 15. It will be match point for gamers after what has been an epic best-of-3 series. Of course, there would still be a chance with potentially a force buy, but Mackie doing damage towards Matty, not able to find the kill. They'll both get tagged down a little bit. Matty worse off in the end as the push comes in towards this B bomb site, and they're just going to run rampant across it. The 2 kills to clear things out are absolutely perfect. Depression did find one elsewhere, and I think gamers, they're just going to go for the save. They don't want anything to do with that B bomb site. They know that it is notoriously difficult to retake, and they're just going to sit back. They'll allow Grazhtas to find a 12. They don't need to throw everything away here. They've got so much cash that they'll just save a few weapons, maybe try and catch some of these Grazhtas players on the exit. Oh, actually, do you reckon they actually go for this here? It doesn't look like they're really wanting to commit to it. I assume they probably just stick around for some exit frags.
I mean, they do have the economy to go for it if they want to, but at this point, tackling B with a numbers disadvantage is a difficult task. So I think that, I mean, you know, there are 2 sides of the story. Yes, they have money; they can at least attempt it. 2, they don't want to go for something that is probably going to end up in a loss. So, yeah, there are reasons to both of these stories at this point, but Grazhtas, the point of their story is that they had to win this round, and they did. And that proves that they are still in the game, still in to get the CE Champions Grand Finalist title and winner. They'll be able to fully buy up, this time with full util and with full confidence going into this one. And 2 rounds only separate themselves with GamerS1337, Gamers Elite, as they like to call themselves. It is an early start, short start. They're going to stick around at back. They're not going to go for anything too aggressive, anything too fancy early on. Just going to try and ease their way across Banana, make sure that no aggressiveness comes out from Gamers, and that's exactly what's going to come off. This time, Gamers are just going to stay back of sight. They're just going to smoke it off and play it still. They've got a boosted player they're holding, so that could be a little bit of an oddball coming through, and could be unexpected if Grazhtas decide to go for this push. But right now, they're still counting their options, still making sure that A is still open for the taking. They're going to flash it out, potentially ease some players of B out of position and prompt them to go for a rotate, and they might start actually aggressing. Smoke comes out from long. Might be a good read here from Depression. He'll start making his way towards B. He smells that this could probably be a fake, because Grazhtas has been going for this quite a few times already, and he's made the right call. 3 players dedicated towards this B site, and with 30 seconds remaining, it is their final chance to get pushing. Now, smoke coming down. They're going to start pushing. The smoke comes through, but it's Butters to find that first frag. Auto sniper from that site. He's able to find 3, and this could be the push stopped. Now, Depression is there to hold. He will hit the plant. He'll spray down. You won't find the kills. Just 50 HP down to JL. And that might not be good enough. Grazhtas able to plant down. Oh, AWP shot coming through as well. It's a 2-4-2, and so much damage could be caused from both of these players. Depression might have lost this chance, but it is the worst player able to find one. Quick with a spray down, might be able to find them, but worst player finds them in the end. And Gamers Elite with the match point here. What a showing at this point. And oh my word, this is going to be close. Auto Sniper re-picked up here for Depression. And since the money was alright previously for Grazhtas, they'll be able to square up with a buy. But look at that, Auto Sniper extravaganza coming through. Hippity hoppity, get off my property. Oh, absolutely beautiful round here from Gamers. Match point for them, and they're one step away until they're able to take this grand final win.
I mean, there's still opportunity for Grazhtas here. Obviously, they've gotten the AWP opening into this round, and they've got themselves weaponry to do this round and get themselves up to 13, but it's going to be a grueling few rounds if they want to force this to OT, and wouldn't that be a delight? OT in the final map of the grand final. That would absolutely be a treat, but look at Gamers. Oh my lord, they are stacking everything towards A, and they know that if it goes B, they just want to save their weapons here, which is surprising considering the economy that they have. Depression 12k, worst player 9k. There's a couple players at 4k. They'd have enough for a full buy. But I think they're just trying to give themselves these buy after buy after buy to make things as grueling as possible for the Grazhtas side. But as they do push in towards this B site, they'll figure out that everything's completely empty. And in the 5-on-4, I think Gamers are just going to go for the save. I'm surprised they gamble towards A, though, rather than towards the B site. As Depression does pick off one trying to exit down Banana. Does a little bit of damage to the economy, a little bit extra as Chicken dead. But Gamers, they're just going to tuck themselves in towards an A site. Allow Grazhtas to get the 13th. Allow them to push things a little bit closer. We'll see if they can finish things up here. Gamers in this next round. However, Grazhtas are going to find 14 and make things extremely close.
Questionable tactics coming through from Gamers, and we're both not quite sure why that decision was made. They do have quite a lot of money to work with, but I guess they want to make sure they've got every piece of util available for them. They don't want to be pressured economically Mackie will again head to his trustworthy auto sniper. And this could be the difference maker, but yet again, GamerS on match point with another chance to close things out here and be the champions of Central Eastern Europe. But it is Grazhtas easing their way towards B. This time there are players dedicated towards there over to the GamerS side. He won't be boosted this time, but Kvik finds a nice kill over opening onto A. Depression is able to punish fast and will change position swiftly. He'll try and catch up with a push with Banana, because it looks like it's going to come through. Smokes, nades, flashes will come in as well. Depression has gone all the way around, the long way around. Flash coming through, he could get caught out, but he's surviving so far. He's ran away and he's surviving with that AWP, but he is in enemy lines. He could get caught out. GI will rotate, but that A site is completely open for the taking here for Grazhtas. They've done the rotation absolutely perfectly. Oh, Depression not quite able to find the shot either at that point, and Grazhtas are here to stay. They're able to get the bomb down. Maddie picks up one. Mackie and Itzu are now all by themselves. They'll try and save their weapons, but Butters won't let that happen. He might be able to find Itzuo now as well. He hears the footsteps, able to find one. Spots out another player there in apps. JL hiding there. Spray coming through with that AK. But this is Grazhtas' round for the taking, making things ever so close and challenging for that overtime. This is so neck and neck at this point. It is carnage, Dan. It is. It's absolutely amazing. And one round that separates these two teams. One round for GamerS to close it off, but one round for Grazhtas to take it to overtime. How about that?
Wouldn't overtime just be the greatest thing right now for us? If Grazhtas can put it all the way, GamerS, I mean, they'll get themselves another full buy here. That's not going to be in with a question. That's not going to be there. That's not a question we have to ask. The GamerS side, they have that full buy. They've got the output for Depression. They've got 4-4s. No auto sniper that they've been wielding in for these past few rounds. They've not able to bring that through. Not enough cash for that, but a few highlights here as we do have a bit of a pause before we get into what could be the final round of the game. It's certainly a final round of regulation, but will it be Grazhtas forcing us into an OT, or will it be GamerS closing out this map 16-14 and posting themselves as the winners of CEE champions? We'll have to wait and see. As we do get ourselves into the round, it is going to be Grazhtas getting the opening kill. JL finds that one onto Mackie very early on down Banana. And GamerS, they posted 3 players towards B early on. That's one of them gone.
Yeah, this time Itzuo yet again lurking ahead on to Banana, but he's got no player to assist them in case of a refrag extravaganza going on there. They've got so many players dedicated towards mid that could collapse onto Banana any second. And it might. The read for GamerS is the dedication of 3 players onto A. That's the tactic for them now. They're hoping that Grazhtas go for that A site. They're hoping that they're able to find the kills over to that side, because if they go for B, the rotates might come in a little bit too late. You can see that worst player is lurking towards Arch right now. He wants to make sure that he'll be there for the rotate. There's a little bit of a panic flash coming in from Itzuo to stop the push from happening for now, and it looks like it's not going to happen. It's going to go towards A. Depression is going to be the first responder to this factor. Trying to make their way into the site, but Mario's already on apps. He'll be able to catch out Depression, no problem whatsoever. We'll be able to heal his footsteps and shuts him down right there, right now. GI now, the sole defender of the site, tries to get the spray down, gets 1 kill. Is he able to find that much else? No, Maddie shuts him down. Kvik finds the other one onto worst player. Now Itzuo all by himself. Won't be able to find a kill onto Kvik, and Grazhtas takes the final map to overtime, and they haven't had enough just yet. They want to be the ones that win it through. And this is overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Owie! Well, I mean, as I said, what better way, what more fitting way would there be to close out this game than overtime? Grazhtas, they push it all the way. They've managed the comeback here, and well, it's straight into things. No rest for the wicked, as they say, as it's MR3 10k. So money is going to be a bit of an issue if you're not able to pick up at least one of the first 2 rounds, especially on that CT side. You might end up with SMGs and probably no AWP, but a lot of damage being done. And Butter's taken down initially. He's going to get traded by Pound, though. So that kill, not a sacrifice in vain for Butters.
Yeah, so things are neck and neck yet again. 1-for-1 trade early on, and looks like Grazhtas wants to go aggressive onto that A site. The 1 minute mark hasn't even been met just yet, and looks like they've made their decision. They're going to ease their way towards Arch. They're going to push through A long right now. They are going to make take their time with that. Itzuo won't ease their way. The information is totally there for the taking. They know that, and they're not going to go for Banana now. They've got full control of the mid. They've got locked them in into one position. Itzuo is going to push through, but he's going to get caught out by JL. We was expecting that, and that could mean it's free range for the rotation. And right now, gamers are in the dark. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea where Grazhtas is going to head to. It looks like they're going to push towards B. They're going to rotate in time, but is it going to be enough? It is a amount that there's disadvantage here for the CT side of gamers, and Mackie will make his way towards there in time. We'll be able to get 1 kill onto Maddie, but the push won't stop. They're going to keep on going. 30 seconds. They don't have time to rotate at this point. Mackie repositions from Cathedral. Not quite able to find one shot. Incendiary will lurk him out from that angle. Well, Grazhtas are trying to push onto the site and try and plant the bomb. And plant they will. But it is a 3-on-3 at this point. Kvik is finding a beautiful position over Depression. He'll try and hold more. His teammate won't be able to save him just in time. Oh, GI not quite able to find the kill. But he's going to push forward together with Mackie. Mackie now through the smoke. Not quite able to find it. JL is the one to respond to that. GI now all by himself in a 1v2. Not quite able to find it onto JL. JL with 3 kills this round. Give Grazhtas the lead after so many rounds in a row. Grazhtas with a lead in overtime, 16-15. They need 3 more rounds in overtime to be able to win this tournament.
As we came into overtime, GI had 32 kills and JL had 31 kills. Oh, I think JL's going to be a little bit in front now after that round, but wow, I mean, Grazhtas with the lead. They've got that 1 round advantage on the T side. They'll be hoping they can pick up a second here. And if they do, gamers are going to be in such a difficult position. But a huge frag to come through from Depression does give the gamers side that opening kill, that advantage, the 5-on-4 that they desperately want here. They desperately need this round if they want to try and deny the absolute broken economy for this final round. As you can see, gamers, they have $200 for Depression, $100 for Mackie. Nobody has more than $2,000 on this gamers side, and it's going to be, I think, $2,400 coming into their bank accounts. It's going to be such a sloppy buy. If they can't save weapons or pick up this round, that is. As it's going to be Grazhtas trying to wrap in towards this A site. All gamers can try and do now is hunker down and hope for the best, as the support's not going to be arriving anytime soon from that B site. They have to make do with what they got. 50 or 35 seconds rather on the clock. There's utility being laid down. GI towards the mini pit. Can he save his teammates? Can he give them a huge advantage here as now the push starts to come through? Pound going to be the first to fall. Mackie, he can only find one on the site, but Depression with the AWP, he'll get one, and there's still GI towards the mini pit. He'll make himself known, and he will get himself a double. He will save gamers in this round. A 16th on the board for them, and Grazhtas, they can't force gamers into that economic depression. It is going to be 16-16, both teams with the full buy coming into this last round.
Oh, gamers absolutely needed that. And GI coming up huge. 35 kills to his name this entire game. And it's he's been an absolute god on that B site now. Look at that. 1 kill. Finds the other one onto site. And then with the one on the rotate, it was absolutely amazing. But now things again are neck and neck. The final round of this half of overtime could be the deciding factor into this. Itzuo able to find that opening frag. And gamers already on the front foot here. Molly doing quite a bit of damage together with nades, but Grazhtas looking to stack on Banana still. They're not ready to give it up just yet. That smoke is not going to stop them. They'll have to pick up the bomb to be able to push anywhere if they want to do that. Kvik, we've seen him on lurking position so many times. The team captain at this point, this isn't his favorite map. He lets his team frag out while he'll try and cause nonsense on the other side. They haven't quite found an opening frag. They are with a man's disadvantage at this point. Right now, they try and find an opening. Quick onto A, Butters onto B. It's just a matter of time until anyone is able to find that opening frag, and it's Mackie that shuts down Butters' attempts. The bomb is towards B, but it's going to make its way towards A because that's where it's most possible to find an opening, but it's going to be difficult. 3 defenders onto that site. Poo now trying to make things possible. Does some damage, but isn't quite able to do so. Gets blinded for his troubles. Molly's out pit, but there's really no one there. They're all on site, mate. 29 seconds, no much time to do anything. Gamers are ahead at half of overtime. And they prove to need 2 more rounds to close this one out, but Grazhtas are not going to let them take that easily. I wouldn't be even surprised for a second overtime at this point. Things are so close, so neck and neck. And no one is the clear decider to get the CEE Champions title.
Grazhtas really wanted that second round in their favor, or at least one of those rounds in their favor, as it obviously they had a strong. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things if you look at it, because both halves going 8-7. It could swing either way these rounds, and Grazhtas, they need 2 here to try and force a second overtime. They need to win all 3 if they want themselves the CEE Champions title right here, right now. Grazhtas, they're going to have to defend towards the A-bomb site, and GI, he gets an open, but Pound up on the boost. He can find one, drops down to look for more, but the spray is just not there. And Grazhtas, they're going to have to try and retake this now 2-on-3. As the Gamers, they'll have themselves that bomb planted towards A. It's going to be Butters and Matty. The last 2 players alive, and a Molotov and a smoke keeping Butters at bay, while his teammate will rotate around through top mid and will look for a shot from that locale. As Butters tried to create a bit of space, that Molotov toward the grave, I believe, or deep pit actually. Not really going to be that effective, as this utility is just keeping Grazhtas at bay for so long. Matty, he just spot up one out towards the pit, tries to fire off a shot through the wall that won't connect. And I think Grazhtas, they just have to concede this round, allow Gamers to match point here. Butters will collect one as they try and escape. Right now, the round is lost. And all they can try and do is save these guns. 18 for Gamers, and it is match point for Gamers. And can the Grazhtas side pick things up in these next 2 rounds? It could all be over in the next round. X-Warrior, it could all be over.
It could all be over indeed. They only need 1 round to take it. Match point for the Croatians. Lithuanians lacking at this point. It's been so neck and neck between these two teams, and they're making their countries proud. But it is a grand final. There only needs to be 1 winner coming into this, but Gamers are under a man right now. They're with a loss in numbers coming into this. They do have that round lead, but this could change. Grazhtas are not an easy team to beat, and they're not going to make it easy for them at any point in time. They need to work for it. Every single inch needs to be worked with, and Mackie is able to find that first frag for his team and makes things equal, makes things square, 4-4. But it is a 1 minute remaining. A lot of time to work with here at Gamers. It looks like the bomb might be stranded there in Banana. Mackie is holding his ground. Wants to find an opening, but if they find an opening, they need it fast. They need to get some people onto a site and start getting that bomb planted. And they need to find it before Grazhtas is able to get multiple members onto a site. And they might have chosen the right site at this point. They're going to go for the A site. All the players have rotated, and it's a good read for them. Oh my word, this is completely open for the taking. Grazhtas are going to try and go for the retake, but there you have it. Gamers have been able to get bomb planted. Fick now on the rotate, one of the first responders to this fact. This is traumatic here from Grazhtas. It could be do or die now. Shot coming through the wall there. Worst player trying to defend from pit. He might be the first one to deal with these retakes coming through. These rotating players. Now Mackie able to find that first frag for the rotates. They might have done it, but JL is going to stop the fray. He's going to be able to find 1 kill of his own. He's going to drop down, get 1 for another one. It's now in a 1v2. The bomb is ticking. This is so neck and neck. Can he find it? JL from behind. The retake is possible. courtesy of JL, and Grazhtas is still in this. It's not over just yet. Gamers still are on match point, but at what cost? Grazhtas pick up that round, and Grazhtas stop the momentum.
Bloodbath. Bloodbath. That's all I can say to this, as things are just wild here on Inferno. It's now Gamers who have to just secure one more round still. That last round just slipping away from them as they had the 4-on-4. They had that post-plant situation, but Grazhtas, they make it work towards A, and they get it done. And now, can they get themselves the opening kill here? It's guns galore. It's best of the best here, and can the Grazhtas side pick us up a second OT, or will Gamers secure the game, as it is going to be a hit towards this A site very quickly to come through. Utility being dropped, and the Grazhtas side defining all the kills. It's a 5-on-2, and they may just take us to a second OT, as it's only Depression and Mackie left alone. They have to try and find something miraculous. They have to pray to the gods. They have to pray to a deity for a miracle in this one. A 2v5 is just not possible, as it's Depression and Mackie, but a minute on the clock they have time to work with, and maybe not, as Mackie's been sentenced to death by Kvik. It's now Depression alone in a 1v5, and it is going to be second OT. Surely he'll get the first onto JL, who walks around the corner, but his position now known. He almost gets a second. Oh, be careful, Grazhtas. No. The second kill found for Depression makes things a little bit more workable here, but the bomb is dropped in CT control, and he still has 3 more players to find. Depression, the orc creeps closer and closer. He spots out a player towards Pits, but it's Butters on the site. He will find him, and it will be Grazhtas, forcing us to another OT. Of course we do.
Of course it's a second OT. Of course we go into another overtime. Oh my word, this game is so close. Oh, the Lithuanians versus the Croatians are going absolutely mental. They both want this title so bad, and you can tell that everyone is at their top of their game. They are performing like mad, but they can't quite find who is better than the rest, because they are so damn good, and their skill is so well matched. In this map, Inferno seems to be such a difference maker at this point, because there is no difference. There seems to be any. It's neck and neck, round for round. Now Mackie might be able to find an opening here on this overtime, but Maddie, that makes it short-lived. It is 4-4 coming into this one. But now, things will get slowed down. 4 players ready and banana to start pushing, and the util will start trickling in, as well as the players. Incendiary gets flown out trying to burn the players down, but smoke will deny it for the time being. Now they won't stop pushing. Maddie is there to hold together with Putin and Dark, but they're not quite able to find the shots. Incendiary will let him out. He'll spray down, he'll die to the flames, but is able to find 1 kill in the meantime. JL now on the rotate is able to find 2, but worst player hasn't had enough. JL has, though. He's able to get so many kills in that retake. 3 kills, I believe, to his name, and Grazhtas inch their way for the lead here on the CT side on the second overtime at this point. Dan, I don't know what to say.
Oh, this is mental. My head hurts, but I'm enjoying it so much, and it is going to be... Oh, Lord. Can Grazhtas get themselves up to 20 here in this first OT? Because that's what the CT sides have been posting. They've been posting 2 rounds apiece on these CT sides, and we'll see if Grazhtas keep the trend going, or whether Gamers can book it and pick up 2 of their own on the T side. But, I mean, for some reason, I'm feeling a third OT already. And that could be just absolutely spectacular. Things are already descending into absolute chaos. It's like on those charts you see with like neutral chaos and like true evil, that sort of stuff. This is good chaos. Oof. And now, it's all chaotic good, I think it's called. But right now, JL is very precise as he takes the first kill on towards Mackie. a Molotov as well from Pound to try and delay the advance forward. Butters towards the cubby over by Long, making sure that they're not going to be able to aggress that way and that the free players towards the site can focus on Apps and the short position. The kills, they're being traded back, but it's Depression all on his lonesome. And Grazhtas, they're going to pick up another one. The Lithuanian mix is finding the rounds here. They've got 2 on the board now on the CT side. Can they find a third? Because GamerS, you can see, this is what I was saying in the last OT, they don't have much cash. You can see Mackie is left with a Mac 10. There's limited utility for a couple players. Grazhtas have everything they need to work with for these rounds, but this is going to be difficult for GamerS. This could be a 3-0 in this half from Grazhtas.
Oh, it could well be. As you said, the economical advantage is definitely in the way of Grazhtas, and so many people are low from those nades early on. Itsuo down to 3 HP. He's basically dead at this point. If anything just scratches him, he'll just die. But at this point, they're still going for the banana push. A little bit of a boost coming through for Matty. But will it be the deciding factor in this push? We've seen them defend and so well on this site, and Butters is there to join him.
Oh, the Molotov.
So good defender, but they're starting to push through. The molly will kill Mackie down as well, and that's the site here for GamerS. Might have been able to do it. Poon hasn't had enough just yet. He's just going to push through. He's just going to do what he can, but he's blocked by a smoke. His team will have to come and join him in the efforts to get the site back under wraps. It's going to be difficult. Nade coming through, not really doing much damage here from Quick, but it will compromise his position. Depression does know of this, will pick him up, and it's a 2v5. Surely this is not going to be very possible here for Grazhtas, but JL is able to find one, will get shut down instantly, but the position of Poon is known right now. Spray comes through, is able to find the second one. 2 kills required, but the bomb is ticking. He'll try and stick it, but Mackie finds him in the end, and it's still a very close game. 20-19. Grazhtas needs 2 more rounds. Can they do it this time?
Those Molotovs are outrageous. Towards the back of the site there. They had nowhere to run in that position, but the trend of 2 rounds on the CT side continues, and it's now Grazhtas who will need 2 on the T side to find this game. If they only secure 1 and GamerS get the other 2, it is going to be another OT. And you know what? I'm all right with that right now, because this is thoroughly enjoyable, as it's going to be Butters trying to go aggressive. He's not had a great third map here. He was so pivotal in the first 2 in Grazhtas' success, and he can't find anything there, completely blinded up. He's taken down, and Mackie's going to look for even more with the spray through the smoke. Does decent damage. The nade follows through for a little bit extra, but right now it's GamerS Elite with the advantage, and they are looking for a 20th here.
Well, they are indeed. They're looking to square things up, but Grazhtas is on the position to make their decisions. They're going to go for this this A site, actually, but Matty's able to find that opening frag. It could be a beautiful opening, but GamerS have already rotated in position. They could be holding it 3-man strong, and it could be actually really good for them. But flashes come in. Matty's able to find that first frag onto Mackie. G from under will be able to get one of his own, but he's able to spot the barrel of Poon, but it doesn't even matter. He's getting shot down. Depression now from behind gets one, and the bomb is in his favor. If he plays this correctly, he'll be able to shut it down before it's able to get planted. It's not under control over Grazhtas right now. Depression does have the cards in his favor. He's hiding behind that pillar. Oh, not quite able to find the shot. That was crucial. And Grazhtas are on match point. And there's 2 rounds separating themselves and GamerS. Last time, it was GamerS in the position where they were in match point, and Grazhtas were able to close things out. But now, Grazhtas seem to have found the lead. Grazhtas is the team on match point. And it's Grazhtas that are on the verge of winning CE champions. The Lithuanian squad are ahead. Can they make this happen, Dan? Can they?
Yes. Yes, they can. All it needs is 5 more kills. GamerS Elite, everything on the line for them here. It's do or die. It's ride or die. It's anything or die here. It's win or die, I guess, as it's a lot of damage done already towards GamerS Elite early on. Mackie down to 50. Now, that's not going to be inspiring all too much confidence within the Croatian side, as right now, Kovic, he'll be working his way through the apartments, has a bit of control towards the boiler. They'll have full control of the apartments itself. And GamerS Elite, they've got the AWP, or sorry, rather, Yeah, they've got the AWP of depression posted up over towards Banana, watching down that avenue. So I'm surprised they haven't rotated an extra player over. They are doing so now, but Grazhtas, utility towards A is all a big ruse. Depression is going to be under threat here in a moment, and surely they will have a flashbang to force him back off this angle. There it comes. He fires a shot off, but it somehow skims between those two players as he takes a timing shot. The Molotov is good to hold them back for a bit longer. You can see GamerS, they are fully rotating off of this. Depression picks up the first to try and bring GamerS to a 20th round to try and keep them in this game. Mackie over by the coffins is going to try and fight support, and it's an absolute bloodbath as they try and push forward. It's Butters all on his lonesome. He's had a torrid time on Inferno, but could he find the Grazhtas side this 22nd round and the victory in this CEE Champions? There's a first. Surely no more can come from this, but he's gonna go for the fight and he gets a lot of damage, but no cigar. He's gonna have to make do with the pancakes, as it is just Grazhtas remaining on 21. It's 2 player survivor for GamerS and a 20th on the board, and is this a third overtime? One more round to decide it.
Oh my word, yet another neck and neck game. It came down to the wire. Butters, unfortunately, hasn't been having the best of games. A very, very strong player as it gone to the other ones. But I just saw JL score. He's up to 46 kills right now. That guy is playing out of his mind. That is insane. But they've only got 1 round left to do it. Can they make this happen now? They are on match point. They are well on their way to be able to close this map down, but GamerS aren't making it easy for them now. Mid control gained here by Grazhtas. And also it is Idzuo and Maki over to that B site holding it. They did hold it quite deeply, but now they're going to fall back onto the site and open it up for Grazhtas to push through, but they're not going to be choosing to do that just yet. As I say that, it looks like they have changed their minds. Flash will assist them with the push, making sure nobody's holding that angle with an AWP or something. This is definitely dangerous territory for them, and smoke will slowly deteriorate as well. They've closed the ground. Decision not yet been made. The trigger hasn't been pulled on any of these sites, but the time is ticking. The decision needs to be made soon. Let's see how this goes. It looks like Kvik has been set up towards A right now. He's holding that short angle. The smokes will slowly make their way towards A site. It looks like they're pulling the trigger onto this site and will slowly start pushing Depression to be holding that angle. Quick with a beautiful peek gets that first frag. But now Grazhtas are in a good way to start getting these kills. Maddie can't quite find the kills onto G-God. GI gets 1. He gets 2. Butters is able to return, and it's a 2-4-2 already. 20 seconds on the clock, and Poon is able to get the bomb down. Now Maki and Idzuo on rotate duty, on retake duty, as Butters and Poon are here to defend that bomb plant. It is match point on the virtual, and Lithuanians versus the Croatians 2v2 situation as the sheet grenade will come out here from Butter. Try and do some damage, actually receives it onto Idzuo. Will finish him off with that headshot. Maki now has position onto 1, is able to find 1. It's a 1v1 in the end here. He'll try and ease his way through that balcony. Oh, connects the shot in the end. And it's on to a third overtime, everyone. Grazhtas not quite able to end things off. And Croatia has another chance in this. It's third overtime, and oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I can't believe it's not Butters who's won that round. Grazhtas had it in their hands, a 1v2 Maki. Outrageous plays, and it's just not going in either of these teams' favours. Neither of them can pick up the map, the game. They just can't do it. It's physically impossible, X-Warrior. And now we have to do it all over again. Another overtime. Here we come. And I don't see anybody in chat complaining.
They're having a blast, just like we are at this point. There's a little bit of pause. They want to control their flow right now. I have no idea where their headspace would be right now. They should be over the moon. The adrenaline must be running through their veins. They don't feel any pain right now. They don't feel any fatigue. If they haven't been performing, they can start performing now, because right now the pressure is on. Oh my word, they've been so neck and neck from the first map. Okay, the second map was very dominating and decisive from Grazhtas, but Inferno has flipped the switch here from GamerS, and they're actually contesting what Grazhtas have been bringing to the table. I wouldn't say only contesting, giving them a challenge that they have to defeat. from time to time, it's GamerS the team to defeat at this point. They've been showing such promise in this, and GI,
Look at those
42
frags.
kills to his name. Absolutely mental for him. Now the pause is over, and it's the third overtime coming through, Dan. How will this play through?
God only knows. I don't even think he knows at this point. This is... I mean, when we came into this game, we were expecting a massacre, but this has lived up to every single expectation a grand final can have. Who's going to take this game? Who knows? It's down to the final map. It's down to third overtime in this final map. Can one of these teams finally pick it up, or is it going to be another overtime? Who knows? I mean, stay tuned to find out, but we may be here a little bit longer, as it's Grazhtas who pick up the opening kill, and it's Matty to follow that up as well, as they find themselves another advantage. Yeah, he's been so influential towards the A site, but not this time. Kvik will silence him. Kvik will give Grazhtas that 22nd a little bit later than they would have hoped, but it's still going to be the advantage swinging back in their favour as they pick up the first round on this T side. And GamerS, they're just going for the save. They know it's not going to be the victory. They know, obviously with 10k start money in MR3 here, it's not full buys galore. If they lose the next round without saving any weapons here, they're going to be in for an absolutely torrid time. It's going to be SMGs for them. So they're playing this one very smart. They know a 2v5 is just not going to happen. And they'll try and keep the weapons up, but Grazhtas know this as well, and they're trying to push forwards. Mackie low on HP, as needs his teammate to try and save him, and he will, but only for a moment as the T's continue to push forward. They will save both the guns. Matty actually died to the bomb over on the A site as well. But that matters little, because Grazhtas, they've picked up the first round, and they've secured themselves economy for the rest of this half of overtime.
Oh, damn, this is insane. Grazhtas, I think they needed that timeout because they came in refreshed and had a very decisive round. One kill after the other, and by the time they were on the site, it was a flawless round for them. They just had to lose a couple of people going for the search and kill duty and deny the buys. But it is an XM over to the hands of GI, and is able to pick up an AK-47 of his own, and he'll be happy with that one. Won't quite pick it up just yet because he doesn't quite have the room, but Grazhtas look like they want to get on this A site. They're going to flash worst player out of position. Itsuo is able to cause some damage, and I think someone is dodging bullets. Someone is in the Matrix because he just jumped over worst player's bullet right now. I want to see a replay of that because that was absolutely beautiful. But Grazhtas now with a two-man disadvantage coming into this. Butter's trying to make room here in apartments, trying to peek out from balcony, and they still want to make this A site theirs. But Depression is in a good angle to hold this off from. Spray comes through, but it's quick to find that first kill. GI over to the other side of A is able to find one into Butters. Still the two-man disadvantage here from Grazhtas, and it looks like they want to go for the B site instead. They're going to push through CT. They'll be able to get there. It's only Itsuo from Banana to hold this site, and he's got a good line of fire onto it, which is why Grazhtas are just going to push through Cathedral and hold at this site. Good play from them, and they've just made their way onto the site without any casualties since the first trades, and that's the bomb plant for them as well. 2v4. Can they defeat GamerS right now? Can GamerS come back on this site for the retake? Molly's come out. Pound is out of position, and he's hurt at this point. Itsuo pushes through. Kvik is able to find one. GI there to return, but now Pound in a 1v3 is able to find one. Spray down comes into the second. Oh, nearly finds the third, but Mackie pulls out the pistol, and he's having none of that. GamerS equalized right there and then, and that was so close. Look at the fishies in the fountain. They're going mad because they know what's going on. A little bit of BM is necessary at this point because this is so close. And GamerS just shut down what has seemed to be one of the most dominating rounds from Grazhtas so far.
Pow, and he almost had it. He looks up as well, but isn't committed to the fight and ends up losing it. And now Well, our game is going to be able to keep the trend 2 on the CT side is what has been found so far throughout these first 2 overtimes. And I mean, Grazhtas will be looking to book that trend. If they can find 2 here, that would certainly set them up for a very, very strong CT side themselves. And look at that, the auto out from Mackie. We saw huge plays of it in regulation, but he's been tagged down very low early on. Has to back away from Banana, doesn't want to overstay his welcome. In that position. As Butters, they're just going to push through a smoke here towards top mid. And GamerS, they've actually fallen back from that position, but 4 players towards A, including that auto from Mackie now, could be enough to shut down this round from Grazhtas. But, oh, Matty, he spotted out GI towards the graveyard, and I imagine wants to deploy a Molotov or something to that position, but there's JL instead with the AWP that'll take him down. But Mackie's auto, it's just going to hold left mouse and get a first kill on towards Matty. Depression on the site that AWP, he can't find anything. He's baiting in worst player, though, to try and find even more, but are they going to check for him? Yes, they are. And huge kills. Quick. He's going to go for the knife in overtime. This is outrageous. Of course he does that. Of course Vic will go for the knife. What a disrespect for the GamerS side. And I'm to shoot him through.
Oh my word. What? Another overtime. I mean, no, it's the third overtime.
Him from the site.
Look at that.
Like, from the
Absolutely
box.
mental. Look at that. Such beautiful plays coming through from Grazhtas now. And they edge themselves ahead, heading over to the CT side now. The money has reset. Full buys all over the place. Full util as well, as we know it. How about that? Maddie now, not quite able to start off this round on a high. Not able to find that early shot. But Grazhtas are 2 rounds away from winning. They've been in this situation a couple of times already, I do believe. No auto sniper shenanigans happening this round. They're gonna let us chill a bit. It's a slow start to the round, dedicating a few players towards B. The bomb is gonna head there as well. Looks like they might fancy the play. Grazhtas might have the good read on it as well. They've got 3 players on that area. If the play does come through eventually, you must wonder, a 3v3 will definitely fancy the CTs, but everyone is going to group up now for that push. And there is still a lot of util available to hold down Banana, to hold down this site. You can definitely use it as soon as this util from GamerS is going to be used. The counter flashes and the counter mollies are going to come in as well. And here they go. Flashes coming through. Mackie to lead the charge, but Maddie is there to find that first frag. Refrags onto Idzuro. Now Wolves get a shot into the dark, but Batter has joined the fray. Now 2v4 coming into this. 28 seconds remaining. JL frags out as well. Depression to return, but there's nothing you can do in a 1v3 because Maddie shuts him down. And there you go. Grazhtas yet again on match point, Dan.
This could be it. This could be the decider now. The Grazhtas, they've gotten themselves the 24th. I mean, this would be an epic comeback if GamerS Elite can once again force this to another OT, but 2 rounds on the T side. It's the first time it's happened so far, was Grazhtas just then. All the other times it's been 2 rounds on the CT side, and now Matty with the AWP. Posted up watching down Banana. The flashbang though will force him off the angle, and he's going to take quite a bit of damage. Can't hit the shots as Grazhtas will maintain themselves a 5-on-5. He's peeking towards apartments. Oh, it goes the way of worst player. Kvik will get taken down, and that's the opening that GamerS Elite needed to try and find themselves around on this T side. They need 2 though. 1 will not be enough. JL on this A site could be the be-all and end-all of this site take as his teammates start falling around him. He needs to get himself the heroics as he has been spotted out. Players up on top. JL around the box. He can't stay alive. The Molotov forces him wide, and Mackie is able to take him down with the Deagle. It's Pound towards the back of the site. He can't find anything either. Matty's now the last player alive, and he's all alone. And there's damage done towards the GamerS, but it's going to be a 23rd on the board, and it could be a 24th following shortly after. I mean, Grazhtas, they have okay economy here. not the best. I mean, Kvik on 7k, Pound 6k, Matty 4k. That's before the loss bonus comes through, which will only be $1,400. So there's going to need to be some drops here. And if Matty saves this orb, it would help. But
Oh,
there
no!
we go. The knife in return. Kvik did it to them before. Mackey's going to do it in return. And it is just no quarters given here at this point.
Blind as well. Absolutely amazing. From Gamers Elite coming back into this one. Oh, one round differentiates these two. Grazhtas still on match point. The Lithuanian squad still standing strong, but Gamers are still standing facing them straight in the eye, looking at them, saying, we're still in this. We're still going to fight for this, and we're still going to go for this, and we still want the win. But Pound could actually catch out Izuo, gets information, draws out the M4, will be able to get the shot down, gets that opening frag here for Grazhtas. And it's the opening frag they need to stay into this, but they'll start collapsing onto him. G is able to find him, he knows his angle. Be able to pick him up straightly and easy, and it's a 4 versus 4 going into this one. Now, how do gamers start going for this? How do they start electing how they want to go, where they want to go, what site they want to get pushed through, and which fight they want to take first? It's definitely difficult decisions for them. And with 50 seconds remaining, they're going to throw down a smoke to smoke down the A long. It looks like the bomb will slowly make its way towards Banana. Matty now with that AWB has a nice angle onto it there. He could potentially hold it, but he definitely needs a kill if he wants to defend. Already he's found one. Will he try and re-peek it? No, he'll go back towards CT. And they'll try and get a kill from there. Is able to find a shot. Yes, he does. A 2v4. This could be Grazhtas on the verge of winning this tournament. Matty tries through the smoke. Not quite able to find it. Matty does actually. No scope through the smoke. The boost comes in from Batters. And Grazhtas have done this. They've done it. Not double, not triple overtime here for Grazhtas. They are your CE champions. The champions of Central Eastern Europe are here.